turf, the new country is finally establishing its political heart. In a dusty sheep paddock between Australia's two largest cities, the foundation stone of the nation's new capital is about to be laid on Ngunnawal tribal land. It's March 1913.
There we go, that's another pallet done, ready to be delivered. We've got another 3 of these to do, and then it's going out to be reused and rebuild a new house in Dixon. Hi, my name is Mitch, and I'm out here recycling bricks. Behind me are the bricks that built Canberra, and I'm here to reuse them and recycle them and save them from being crushed and turned to dust.
So what happens to all the...
Well, we take them because this has been asbestos cleared. Okay, we've got a clearance on it, so we take them, we recycle them. We use the waste, all the halves and everything. We build roads out of it, you know. Yeah, it's just...
You recycle as much as you can?
We do. We out of the bricks we probably recycle about 60%. Okay? 60 to 70%. And the rest gets crushed up and used as road base. But we don't have any land to do it, you know, that's the problem. The government should be, you know, helping us out, you know, giving us set areas, you know, where we can recycle.
You're kidding, you don't get it?
No, they don't get it. Every other state, I've worked in 3 other states, they give it to us, you know. WA are the best. South Australia have got an awesome recycling program. They use everything. I think that over there they recycle up to 70% of the building, you know, in South Australia.
So why aren't we doing it here?
Oh, because they like making mountains of rubbish here in Canberra, you know. I've been doing this nearly 30 years, recycling timber and bricks and anything that we can reuse. Because, you know, I'm eco homes, so we provide using sustainable material. You got it?
Well, you said that beautifully. So, the mountains of rubbish, so I don't get that. Why is that?
Well, because you look at, like, they got a big mountain of rubbish near the airport.
Yep.
That's all rubbish. That's only going to get bigger, okay? And they do a good job out there, but yeah, it can be, like, done better. You know, there's other states that you have to, like demo companies like Brendan, has to recycle, you know. It's part of the, you know, the DNA of knocking down buildings. And we're lucky in Canberra because there's so little asbestos, you know. In other states there's so much asbestos, you know. Canberra really didn't get, it's only in the wet areas and around the pipes that it really is asbestos, you know. In WA, I was recycling timber there, and we were doing taking out of landfill. We were taking probably up to 100 semi-trailer loads a year, and turning it into floorboards and decking and reusable products. So yeah, it's you know, a small contractor, small family contractor, you know.
I saw the way he was working the
Yeah, see,
demolishing it.
He cleans it, like that's going to recycle, takes all that out, and you know that goes to get the bricks get crushed, and then it's get reused as road base and whatever. Timber, like we haven't got up to
all the decent hardwood's been removed.
Yeah,
already. So anything that can be recycled and reused in these boutique homes goes first, and then
you can't get enough of it.
So because everyone loves the old timber at the moment.
Yeah.
The old Canberra Reds, the old timbers, the old Oregons and hardwoods.
So what happens to them?
Well, they just reuse it in all the new homes. So yeah, we
repurpose it. We do timber as well.
That's where Thor's hammer is really good as well. They take a lot of hardwood and that from demolition homes as well. So they reuse it into furniture, everything. So the more we can do, the better it is.
There's not so many contractors doing it, mate. At the moment, it's just crush it,
get rid of it,
get rid of it, go. And it's not the contractor's fault. You know, it goes down to a lot of developers won't give you time to, you know, they want this down in a week, gone. Don't care.
Okay. So what has to change?
The legislation, you know, they have to say that as much as possible has to go into recycling, you know.
Reduce landfill or not?
Well, the landfill's just ridiculous here, you know.
That's for sure.
Every time you drive out there, because I'm a truck driver as well, and you drive out there, you're getting higher. Only thing stopping them is the aeroplanes, otherwise they'll be fucking up there.
It was funny, but 3 months ago I filmed that. Well, I tried to film it, and I couldn't get too close to the site, but it was amazing.
Yeah,
And
it's phenomenal, the trucks that go in there. And you got
And
some
look, I
good ones.
didn't realise what it was. You know?
Yeah, Mugger Way's pretty good. They recycle everything out of there, then take their shit out. But they're lucky because they just dump it on site. You know, they try. You know.
Tell me about the lead.
Yeah, all the lead's recycled, goes to fishermen to melt down for sinkers, and all the copper and stainless steel goes to the access recycling to be sent overseas and melted down and reused again. So yeah, anything we can recycle we do.
So who got over here?
So that's, yeah, Richie's Bricks. He's been cleaning bricks in Canberra since 2000-ish, and before that he was in Melbourne, you know, waiting at the milk bar at 5 AM, you know, getting picked up by the builders or whoever to do some work, and he started cleaning bricks then in the 70s, yeah, 60s, 70s I think. And then yeah, when he moved to Canberra, started it up again.
So who is he?
Richie.
Yeah, who's Richie?
Richie's Bricks, that's my old man. Family business.
So what did he teach you?
Oh, how to clean bricks,
Yeah.
at the very least.
Why?
It's easy work. I like the, you know, recycling. It's like Europe, everything gets recycled. Over here, nothing gets recycled. It all gets taken to the dump, and that's the end of it. And like, Canberra is Canberra red brick. You know? You take away that out of Canberra, what do you got left? It's another city.
Okay, the bricks have arrived, all ready for a new lease of life. Hopefully it will be another 50 years before we'll be pulling them down and reusing them again. Canberra, CBs, made about the 70s, 75, maybe late, early 80s. Cleaned, ready to use. There's 500 in this pallet. So they're rustic.
This is 500
In this pallet.
Yep.
We all wrap them, and you know, we look after them. So that's matches the house. What a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
And they stay out of landfill. That pallet there's 2 tonne. So we've taken away 2 tonne of landfill.
So this is a house full of bricks.
This is a house full of bricks. It would have the whole bricks will be about 15 tonne. Okay, this is our finished product. Each pallet takes one man basically a day to clean. So this is out of one job out of Red Hill. You've got that on camera. All the same colour, all the same bricks. It was a beautiful house. They just pulled it down. We will take out of landfill probably 14 tonne off landfill out of the one job, just as one customer that wants old bricks to match the old house. We just need, this takes time and we need land. We'd like the government to come on board and maybe look at the laws in demolition. We don't want to stop demolition. We just want to reuse a lot of the products before we crush them and put them to recycling.
We save bricks and timber and steel.
Why?
Metal, beams, angle lines and stuff like that. So we do recycle.
Why?
We try and recycle as much as we possibly can.
Why?
Right.
Why?
Why? Well, it's a commodity, you know, bricks, and what's the word? Save the planet, and yeah, get a few dollars out of the demolition.
This is the finished product. It's beautiful. That weighs nearly 2 to 3 kilos each brick. Bricklayers like to lay them because they're full of character. You know, there's just 50 years of character there and history. We just like to have the opportunity to do more. You know, as you said, it's not an industry that you're going to make $1 million out of, but we are recycling and we're getting rid of landfill, which is important for our kids and our grandkids. Because the way it's going, we just can't sustain the landfill. So we've got to come up with better ways, better laws. I'm sure the government is smart enough to work it out, how we can do this. Let's have a sit down and let's have a talk about it. All right.
And the land?
The land, you do need land to do it because it's not the most commercial thing to do, so you can't pay the astronomical prices. I'd just like the government to provide some land to some really good companies that can start reusing building material, not just crushing it up and recycling it for a one-dimensional recycling program. This is multi-dimensional. We get to use these products. There's timber, there's steel, there's multiple things you can use out of old demolished homes. You know, so we just need smarter ways of doing it. Other states and territories are doing it smart. I think Canberra are doing it good, but we can do it better. And it's not for us, it's for the kids.
8 loads out of this one house. As he was saying, he wants to bring us some more houses with some different bricks, but we just don't have the space to deal with those, so we're just sticking with the Canberra Reds for now, and probably in a week or two we'll be able to get another house in after we've salvaged all of this. So every brick needs to come out of there. The rubble that's left needs to be crushed and reused, moved on, and once we've got space we'll have another house to replace those.
And space, how do you get space? How do you get land?
Well, you know, outside of, you know, paying for it, well, basically you've got to find a lease, find an agreement, find a yard that's zoned correctly for you to be able to take what's essentially and what is considered to be waste material. So you need to find a place that's zoned correctly for you to be able to have trucks to dump off waste material. And then we pick out, reuse everything. None of it's waste, really. You know, we any small bits of rubbish that it might be in there, we hand pick them out, chuck them in a bin, take them to the tip. But 98% of this will be reused, so I don't consider it waste.
98%?
I'd say so, yeah.
I came to steal a brick quickly and give it one up. Very cool.
Very, isn't it? Very special brick.
Very, very special.
Very special house, huh?
Yeah, yeah.
So the footage that you saw of the second house, that may be 40% stumped, or 50% or 60% stumped.
Yeah, unfortunately that all went and got crushed. It broke my heart, you know.
So tell me about that.
Oh, well, so they crush it and they turn it into like landscaping products, gravel, just sort of, you know, not high-end use. This is high-end. You can get to reuse that. And timber and everything, you know, it's so old trees, lots of colour in it. It's actually furniture grade. A fella in Sydney's making furniture out of these. See these here, you've got chips and all. You just turn them around and you pick the best way with the most character, and that will produce that.
And what's that?
That's the old house. They're extending it, and they're using old materials. In my opinion, they should be getting a discount on their fees because they're using old second-hand materials. You know, reusing, not recycling, is the key word.
Because what we need people to do is to say to their builders, say to their demolition guys and their architects, we want these bricks to be saved, we want these bricks to be reused, not just taken to the nearest dump.
Okay.
Yeah, well, that's right. It's so hard getting the supply.
In the middle of the city, in the middle of the concrete jungle, you want to see something interesting? Canberra bricks used to build a cafe. As you can see, they've made a feature out of the half bricks, having them jutting out slightly. And they've done a beautiful job.
Isn't it magnificent?
It was just a structure.
So what was the structure? It was just a square structure?
It was just a square pillar, just adding some flavour and some art to the concrete jungle that it is. But obviously they've turned it into a cafe, a rentable space with a beautiful story behind it, using Canberra's.
Whose idea was this?
I assume the architect.
And the architect approached you?
No. Well, yeah, they did approach us. They wanted some really rustic, really old bricks. They wanted to use products that hadn't been used before. And as you can see with these half bricks, products that normally would get thrown away, they chose to put into the wall and use as part of a feature.
So beautiful.
We need your help to save the Canberra Red.
How?
We do the hard yards. We just need them to stop being dumped and crushed. Then we sort them.
Faster.
They're looking good, aren't they?
Look terrible if we have two different bricks.
Yeah.
And then Ron wanted to save the bricks.
Yeah.
So we did. We saved the bricks from the original house.
Yeah.
So this is from the original house?
Some of them, because
Most of them. So I
Really?
think about 18 or 19,000
Right.
bricks went into this of the old Canberra Reds, and we got about between 9 and 11,000 from the original demolition.
terrific.
Yeah.
Really brilliant.
He wanted to save everything, every brick, everything. Didn't matter how much of an inconvenience it was. We'll move this there. We'll shuffle it around and
So he prevailed.
he prevailed. Yep.
And the other thing that I'm really pleased about, we've got a scattering of white bricks. I don't like the neat brick next door,
The neat one, yeah.
but I love the old make-do bricks. I'm so pleased. I think it looks really good. Really good. And that was the other thing Ron wanted. The house had to fit in with the whole landscape around here anyhow. So that's what happened.
I would have loved to get Ron talking about him.
Oh,
It would have been nice.
interesting. He died 4 nights after moving in.
Oh, you're kidding.
No, I'm not. I'm not. So,
So this is what he's left behind.
yes. So,
What an amazing man.
yes, it is. We're really pleased. And it's so difficult not to waste things in today's world. But
It is. And
It's-
you and Ron really pulled out all the stops and put in all the effort to make sure they got saved.
Thank
And
you.
I appreciate it. I wish more people were willing to do what. Oh,
so
I
really,
mean,
there are not enough people that there are many people that aren't willing to do that.
yeah, and there are people who want to do it, but there's so little help from the government, so little help from anyone to make it easy to recycle and reuse these products.
And they think cost, but really the cost of the recycled bricks was no worse than the cost of brand new bricks. Honestly, might be marginally so, but what we've got is quite magical.
It really is. Yeah.
So
Tells a story.
couldn't be happier. What more could you ask for? I think it looks fantastic. I am so pleased with it.
This is how they come in.
Yep.
It looks like a load of rubbish. It's actually probably about 100 bricks on there. It takes us about 2 hours to clean them. We turn them into this, which customers can repurpose, reuse, add history to their house. And if we don't do that, this is what we're going to get. We will make these into old reds, but they'll be made in Malaysia. Because in 2 years' time or 10 years' time, we're going to run out of old reds. So now it's up to the builders to keep it going.
We built this city We built this city on rock and roll. Built this city. We built this city on rock and roll. Say you don't know me, I'll recognize my face. Say you don't care who goes to that kind of place. Deep in the hoopla, sinking in your fight. Too many runaways, eating up the night. Macaulay plays the mama. Listen to the radio. Don't you remember? We built this city. We built this city on rock and roll. We built this city. We built this city on rock and roll. We built this city on rock and roll. Someone always playing corporation games. Who cares? They're always changing corporation names. We just want to dance here. Someone stole the stage. They call us irresponsible. Write us off the page. Macaulay plays the mama. Listen to the radio. Don't you remember? We built this city.
Do you reckon it's worthwhile saving the bricks
Yeah, absolutely.
rather than dumping them and crushing them?
Yeah.
Saving them as bricks?
Yeah.
So what's it like working with it?
They're pretty good. They like, I find them okay, but the boys think that they vary a lot. They're a bit hard sometimes because they're all different lengths and different heights. Sometimes to keep your heights right and keep your bond right. Overall, they're a pretty nice brick to lay.
Is it worth saving?
I definitely think so. It's the only brick like Canberra's ever produced, so they're a very good brick too. They're a solid brick.
They're heavy, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. They're hefty bricks, but I definitely would like to see them keep using them.
I don't have to wait on them.
They should start producing them again, realistically.
They have.
Quite
Have they?
Canberra Reds.
You'll have a very fucking close to it. You'll never match it 100%.
You see a lot of people actually like clean them up and they use them as pavers, not as bricks.
Like I said to you, I think they're the best paver around. There's just a character of them. I just think they're fantastic.
So these are the bricks you cleaned yourself, or these are the ones that...
Those
these are
ones
the new
over
ones?
there, yeah, the ones I've cleaned myself. Yep. So I had paved all through here, but we've now decided that we're going to have a grown-up's backyard rather than a kid's backyard.
And what do you think about that? As pavers rather than as bricks?
It depends. I like them because a lot of people lay them with the frogs up and you can see the camber in them. Or you can see CB on them.
So you call them frogs, do you?
Yeah. Yeah, they lay them with the frogs up. It looks really good actually. There's a couple of houses in Yarralumla that have got it done.
It's number one.
That's
What's
number
that called?
one.
What's that called?
That's a trowel. And then you've got a level, your brick hammer, and then we've got a round iron joiner.
Beautiful brickwork, eh? This all come off the one job, so it's very uniform. The bricklayers have done a superb job. First class. Just have a look at it. It's just absolutely stunning. They're going to acid clean this, so it will bring the redness back out in it. This would be 6 truckloads of bricks into landfill. I think it's getting to the point now where it's just not acceptable to crush bricks up when we can be saving bricks and reusing them for the next 60 years. This will outlive me.
So yeah, we supplied these bricks. It's been a passion project for the owners of this house, and as you can see, they've made some design changes to the house, but they're building the whole thing around this wall. They've got the frogs facing out just to show the stamp, which it's hard to argue with how it looks. It's a lot of effort, but it looks great. So,
Whose idea was it? The owners or?
The owners, yeah, the owners. They did ask us about it, and we said, look, we'll make sure we... Normally when people want to do a wall like this, they want a couple of good frogs in there with a couple of good stamps in there. So we made sure they had a few, but they've opted to go the whole hog. They loved it, the look of it so much. I think it will look great. The story of the imperfections tell a story, right? And you can leave the mortar on. You know, they've opted to the broken bricks that most people would throw away. They've kept in the wall.
That's so interesting.
It really just shows the life.
I was so taken with this.
Yeah. My favourite part about this part of the wall is even more of those imperfections, even more of those burnt, deformed bricks that really just add a bit of variety, a bit of interest to the wall, you know? Tells more of a story. It's such a unique project. It'd be nice to see a lot more of them. And if we've got the supply, you know, builders, bigger jobs could be filled with the Canberra Reds. All of Braddon was built with, you know, Canberra Red lookalikes. Everywhere you see these Canberra Red lookalikes, you know, people trying to match the look, people trying to match the colours. Wouldn't it just be better if we had the land and you know, the regulations and the processes for us to be able to just save every brick, and then they can actually be reused? No need for you know, pretend. These are old Canberra red bricks that were once hidden and covered, but now Lonsdale Roasters decided to strip away the paint and expose the red bricks and let them show and speak.
So Canberra bricks.
Yeah, very good. Love it. Love it. Outstanding brickwork, mate. Good brickwork.
Did you notice the bricks themselves are not new bricks?
Alright, so yeah, they've just added a lot of design features to this wall. So they've got these hanging out over, these hanging over just a little bit. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then they've got it on its edge with the butt of the brick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again, the butt of the brick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All the way to the bottom.
And this is what he's done himself.
Yeah, that was a design choice he made. It's not obvious, as I said, when you look at a distance, but
Look at the way he's obvious up there, isn't he?
yeah, that's right, it really is. And he's got it set back a bit. It just adds a whole dynamic to the wall that...
It's a lot of trouble for a brick wall.
I don't think it's a lot of trouble, but you know, it does require effort and hard work, but it shows, you know, as opposed to just a quick build with the cheap hollow brick. There's just something about it. You can tell the hard work that's got gone into it, the little bits of mortar that are left on it, the chips on it. It tells a story that the boring, straight grey walls don't tell.
It's a big feature, isn't it? Really?
Yeah, biggest feature wall that I've ever supplied bricks for.
Somebody wanted
I'm doing that.
Yeah, well, just look at them. They're beautiful. Plenty of texture, plenty of diversity. You can't beat them. They last forever. I clean every one of these bricks, chose every one of them, and I think the job well done. Thank you.
Take my hat off to you, mate.
I've been at it for many years now.
Hey, I helped. Alright, well, the thing with this place and how they've used the Canberra red brick as such an integral part of the pub, it's the facade, it's the beer garden out the back. It's more than just the front facade of a business. It's more like a work of art, you know. It's built out of Canberra's history for the people's pub, and it really feels that way. It's part of its bones, you know.
Yeah. We're an iconic brick. Beautiful.
They really are iconic. Yeah.
Made here, full of character. With the timber, the bricks, copper pipes, what more do you want? It's just full of character.
That's right. And when you look around and you've got all these new, you know, buildings, stainless steel walls and everything painted, and it just doesn't have the same feel, whereas this feels like you come to Canberra, you drive past this pub, it feels like it's a piece of history, it feels like it's a piece of art, and it's worthwhile going to.
Yeah, and they last forever. How long will that building last?
The brick's actually quite nice. Nice Canberra red look. Bloody beautiful.
It does, doesn't it? I'm serious.
It is.
Are you
It's great.
serious?
It's very nice.
And what about the shape? It's beautiful.
It's actually nice, yeah. It looks really nice.
It's a very special place. I was saying to the boys before, not only is this place a work of art, it's more important than the National Gallery.
More important than the National Gallery.
More people would come here and enjoy this place than they would the
They
National
probably would,
Gallery.
yeah.
At least you can have a few drinks here.
Yeah.
You can't do that at National Gallery.
On special occasions you can, but
That's true, yes.
I mean, look, this has got character, it's got everything,
Yeah,
hasn't
no, it is. It's great.
it? What about you? You're a young person, what do you think?
Looks beautiful. Seen some bricks out there, but I reckon this is pretty good. The arch.
Very special.
Good job.
Yeah.
Good job.
And the bricklaying is just absolutely superb.
Yeah.
It's given the brick, you know, justice. You know, they're taking their time, they're, you know, raked it out, modelled the bricks in, which is very important, you know, so it doesn't look patchy. Right. Yeah, gold stars to the bricklayer. Buy them a beer.
Yeah. And they really it lets the bricks speak, you know.
Yeah.
You can, yeah, they really just let the bricks speak.
Look at this at my place too.
You haven't. So what made you do it, Jim?
My missus.
Your missus?
Yeah.
She likes
She
Canberra,
loves it.
does
Yeah,
she?
she loves the Canberra Reds.
What made you decide?
Oh, she just loved the look of the Canberra Reds and that, so we decided to do a front retaining wall, quite a decent size one. It was great, and at the back as well. So beautiful, beautiful looking.
Did you do those or?
No, not me. I'm not a bricklayer, so.
No.
But yeah, no, she chose the look and it turned out really well. Easy.
Join in the conversation. Help us save the bricks. Cheers.
Cheers. Here's to the Canberra brick.
Yeah.
The face of Canberra.
To the next, look at that.
Yeah.
Manuel, and then look at that. Look at the new building, and then you look at this. Like, they would do it out of this, but they can't get enough of these. You know?
Exactly, that's right. Yeah.
And look at the style. There's no style there.
That's right. And the other thing is so much effort went into these bricks, and even the bricklayer went to effort to do the brickwork. You wouldn't. Who's going to bother to do some fancy brickwork with plain grey bricks?
Yeah.
There's just no. It feels like a waste of effort. Whereas you put the effort into the bricks, the brickies put the effort into the job. It just looks great. It just is better in all aspects. There's no downside, apart from the effort. But we'll put in the effort. And this pub's done a great job. You can see they've reused
recycled.
railway sleepers, old iron being reused. These are people who really care, and that's what we want. More people who really care like this place to help us who, you know, we need more care. And hopefully with the petition, we can convince the government that people do care and we do want to save them.
You know, we can't keep on crushing them up and using them as road base. And this is a high-end product, you know.
Yeah.
Top quality. You don't get any better.
They don't make them like this anymore.
You can't make it.
Yeah. Kilns can't do it.
Yeah, they're all wood-fired. Wood-fired bricks, slowly dried.
Yeah.
Not like gas-fired now. They put them in and they up with it.
Right.
You know, up to the temperature, 4 hours, 5 hours, they're dry. These take days.
Yeah, this is like 5 days. Some are
Yeah.
baked at 1100 degrees, I think it was.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Slowly cooked.
Yeah. You just can't. Yeah. No one's going to put in the effort anymore to make these. And yeah, we don't want to see them all gone. How would we? We need to figure out some way to help us save them.
Yeah, we need to get more access from the depot companies to the bricks, you know.
Yeah.
Instead of they just crushing them up, you know. And how many jobs get crushed up that we know about every year?
Weekly.
You know?
Yeah.
It sucks.
We're only saving a small percent.
Oh, lucky we're doing 5%, maybe 10% if we're lucky. You know?
Yeah.
Maybe we need a petition to help the government give us land or help us out in some way to make these builders and make these houses have to be saved rather than just lose lost forever.
Yeah. We'll give them an option.
Yeah.
The builders an option. Like, come and dump it with us, we'll reuse it, you know, and we'll resell it, you know.
Yeah. We'll be out there, rain, hail or shine, to save them. You know, we're putting in the effort. So, if you want to help, give me a call, Mitch at Richie's Bricks. The number is 0432 094 612, or you can find us on Facebook at Richie's Recycled Bricks and Pavers. Let us know if you want to help.
Just sign the petition. Once the petition's out, sign it. That's the only thing the government are going to listen to. They don't listen to anything else but when people, you know, do the talking. And let us do more recycling and reusing. We give no carbon. When we're cleaning it, we're not giving carbon out, you know. The only carbon is us breathing, chipping them.
Yeah, that's it.
When they're crushing them, you've got big diesel motors running. They're only adding to the problem of carbon and global warming and all that. So yeah, just give us a go.
And give Alex a call.
Eco Homes, you can always ring ACT Eco Homes. They're fine, you'll find us, you won't need my number.
Don't call me, I don't do people, I do the bricks. And there they are.
I'm glad you did.
Thank you.
I'm so glad. We're all so glad, aren't we, Annette?
And thanks for starting this. Because without you, we wouldn't have been doing all this work over the years.
Thank you.
Cheers. And we're third generation bricklayers here in Canberra.
Yeah, there you go.
Thank you. Maybe we should start a brick association.
Yeah, for recycled bricks.
Great idea.
Here in Canberra. Yeah.
Let's do that.
Cheers to that.
Cheers.
Yeah. Facebook, here we come.
We are.
Back on home turf, the new country is finally establishing its political heart. In a dusty sheep paddock between Australia's two largest cities, the foundation stone of the nation's new capital is about to be laid on Ngunnawal tribal land. It's March 1913. Modern Australia's history, once only black and white, can now be seen for the first time in glorious colour. To help solve the housing shortage, the government sponsors various home loan schemes.
Here is home in the true sense, with all that magic word can be.
The Australian dream of owning your own home on a quarter-acre block is born. The building boom transforms Australia into one of the most suburbanised countries in the world.
When you see the most beautiful sight, so beautiful, so beautiful.